The Patwins are part of a group of Indians that spoke a common family of languages all the way from Shasta up in the northern part of Sacramento Valley right down to our Suisun Marsh area. They had a lifestyle of a common territory, that is a large territory, with the major settlements. The Suisun's had 3 different major settlements that have been reported. One likely in Lower Green Valley, one that could have included the Martin site on Suisun Valley, and then one on Ledgewood Creek someplace, and one very possibly up at the Pioneer Fruit Farm at the north of the bridge. Then in the winters they would go come down to the marsh to hunt for birds and capture anadromous fish. In the summer they would go up in the highlands, get away from the mosquitoes, and forage for seeds and things like that in their own territory. But they didn't get any other person's or any other tribe's territory except by agreement, which they could have gotten because they intermarried with local tribes quite a bit. And it was a question of using natural products and knowing how to handle them and turn them into account. Food, acorns, extremely nutritious, seeds of the oak trees, they had abundance here, and they knew how to crush them and leach them of tannin and then cook them in a large basket with techniques of their own without using pots. They used baskets, amazingly. With hot stones, they could do that. And for housing, they would use naturally branches, chunks of succulent trees like the willows and bend them over to the top. But they had excellent housing.
The peaceful lifestyle of the Patwin Indians soon came to a halt in 1810 when a Spanish expedition under the command of Gabriel Moraga crossed the Carquinez Straits. It was a day-long battle with the Sassoons that started near the present-day Benicia and went all the way to a permanent village site near present-day Sassoon City.
And they actually then so badly mauled the Indians that the warriors, 120 warriors, they counted them, hid in their communal shelters, their big communal shelters. And then the first 2, then the Indians of the group torched them. It was May, everything was dry. They burned them up and they got killed. And the last group were in the 3rd house, council house, and they were asked to, by the Moraga, the Gabriel Moraga, to come out. And of course they wouldn't do it. They knew what would happen to them. So then the Indian allies torched that one, and they all were consumed in flames. And the myth that comes down, which is completely false, that they chose to be in there and they'd rather die than surrender, and they were singing songs. Oh, and they put their building to fire by themselves. Can you imagine? But we have the actual report of Moraga sent to the Viceroy about what truly happened.
Several of the Indian children were captured and sent off to missions. Among those captured was a young boy whose Indian name was Sina. Many called him Semieto. The term Semieto is a descriptive epithet meaning brave hand, which was attributed to him at an unknown time and place. Sina was born about 1800 in Sassoon Valley. He was brought to Mission Dolores in present-day San Francisco, where he was baptized on July 24, 1810. The name of Sina, or Semieto, soon vanished, and he took on the Christian name of Francisco Solano. Between the years of 1810 and 1823, Francisco Solano spent his time as an Indian convert at Mission Dolores. In 1824, he was among the 602 mission Indians who were transferred from the missions to work and live at the newly established mission of San Francisco Solano in Sonoma. From 1824 to 1834, he served at this mission as a head Indian with the title of alcalde. By 1834, Comandante Mariano Guadalupe Vallejo, of whom the city of Vallejo is named after, took control of the Sonoma mission and established the Pueblo of Sonoma. Solano served Vallejo as a labor boss in charge of ex-mission Indian converts and recently captured Indians who were put to work on Vallejo's projects. Vallejo commissioned Solano to become a captain in the Mexican army. In this role, he was active in Vallejo's quest to subdue hostile Indian tribes from 1834 to 1843.
In 1837-38, the smallpox epidemic broke out on the northern frontier where Vallejo was and Solano was as part of the new Pueblo, which they set up to replace the mission, a secular town. It had come down reportedly from Fort Ross, from the Russian encampment there, and there was a certain amount of vaccine available. And it's reported that Solano got a shot of this vaccine. How many other Indians under Vallejo's scrutiny or control got it, I don't know. But certainly the Indians further out that were not living at the mission died in very large numbers.
In 1933, a commission for the California Division of Parks was formed to oversee competition for a statue of Chief Solano. Several artists submitted miniature models of Solano to the commission for review. After narrowing down to the 8 finalists, William Gordon Huff was chosen to construct the bronze monument. Huff quickly went to work sculpting the 12-foot version of Solano. Since there are no known photos of Chief Solano in existence, Huff modeled the statue based on his own idea of what Solano looked like. He imagined him being a tall, strong man, greeting anyone who may cross his path with a hand raised in friendship. On June 3, 1934, several thousand people attended the statue dedication ceremony that was held on a small hill overlooking West Fairfield, where the CHP truck scales are today. The Solano County Band opened up the ceremonies with a concert followed by a parade of tribes and councils in costume led by the Wahoo Drum Corps of Concord. The program concluded with the unveiling of Chief Solano by Mrs. H. Vance Clymer and a community singing the Star-Spangled Banner. Vandalism took its toll on the statue. In 1938, it was moved to its present location in front of the county library in downtown Fairfield. Generations to come will undoubtedly be inspired by the powerful but friendly-looking Indian we all have come to know as Chief Solano, Chief of the Sassoons.